Alright, yes, welcome to the session, and I hope all of you guys are doing good. So let's get started with today's session. Today we are going to talk about ChatGPT. Many of you guys must be using this, and I just wanted to talk about that, and I wanted to show you what all things we can do using this particular platform. And there are other options in OpenAI, that is OpenAI APIs and all, which we can very well integrate with our own applications, and we can go ahead and we can leverage the power of OpenAI models in our day-to-day task. So this session will be for around 50 minutes, and last 10 minutes we'll take all of your questions. So let's get started. So this is the website, which is the official website of OpenAI, that is openai.com. And here, if you go to the products, you can see that there are various options coming in, where you can see that we have ChatGPT login, the pricing, API login, right? So we are going to see some of the options which are available here. And again, all the pricings are present here, which will help you understand how much cost will be involved for using these particular products which they have came up with. Now, one thing you have to understand that the product which is ChatGPT login, there are two products which they have. One is the free version, where there are certain limitations. And second is the paid version, where you can do a lot of different tasks, which you cannot able to do that in your free version. I already have the pricing. I already have the paid version, and the cost will be around $20 per month. So I'll explore all those options in front of you, and we'll see what all benefits we can get from these options which we have. So here I have already logged in with my account, and here you can see that if I go to this profile page here in the upgrade plan, so you can see there are two plans. One is obviously one is free, which is you are not able to see here. But if you see here, two plans as in one is for business and one is for personal. Here you can see that we have $20 per month. That is your paid plan for personal usage. For your professional usage, you have this $25 per month, which is one of the plans. There is one more plan which they have come up with is the pro plan. One is the plus plan and second is the pro plan. And you can see there are difference in the differences mentioned about what are the differences between these two products. Obviously not to pay this much. I think whatever task we have to do, whatever task we have to work on a day-to-day basis, you can go ahead and you can use this plus plan, right? I hope all of you guys are able to hear me loud and clear. I see some of the learners are facing problem. Okay, so let's proceed further. So once you are in this plan, this is the page you are going to get. And here you can very well type your prompts, and based on the prompt, the output will be coming in. Some of the day-to-day use cases which I can think of is, suppose I want to write an email to my manager. Suppose I want to write an email to my client. Suppose I want to create a minutes of meeting. We are in a meeting and we had some discussion, and at the end we have to write the minutes of meeting. Then we can ask ChatGPT by giving the information that this is what we have discussed in the meeting, and you can get the format of minutes of meeting. Obviously, we cannot prefer to give the sensitive information. So you can give some of the random numbers, some of the random values, and then you can very well go ahead and generate the outcome, and then you can modify those values once the outcome is coming in. At the same time, let's say I want to create my own resume, or I want to come up with certain documentation about certain topic, then those things also I can do very well using this particular platform. So let's write some of the prompts and let's see what all outcome is coming in. So for example, let's say I want to write an email to my manager where I'm asking for a promotion I'm working for one of the projects for last 1 year, and the project is doing extensively well. And I am the major contributor on that particular project. And I want to give some tangible outcomes that what all things I did in the project and at the same time, what all things improved in the project. So I want to write all those things, right? So I'll give here, write an email to the manager. His name is, let's say, Venkat. And I want to ask for the promotion where as, or I can say as I worked on the cell gene project and improved the sales by 10x, implemented end-to-end data warehousing and data science project. Also got a lot of appreciation from the client, and overall there is a huge success in the project. Sign the email as Rahul. So here I gave the basic prompt. Again, you can give the entire details as well. As of now, we have to save some time, so I'm just writing few details. But we have to give the entire details, and based on that, the outcome will be coming in. You can see that here. Request for consideration of promotion. Dear Venkat, I hope this email finds you well. And then you can see all the relevant details which I have passed about the project is coming in, and it's a proper email came up as an output. Once you give the details like what you did in the project and all those things, right? You led the team and you implemented this end to end, whatever you want to write, you can write that. And based on that, a detailed amplification of the text will be coming in from the chat GPT. You can modify that based on your inputs, because as of now, I will not prefer to give the real client name, or I will not prefer to give the real tangible numbers, because we are not sure how OpenAI will treat that information. But we can give some fake numbers, we can give some fake clients, and then we can modify that values later on when once the output will be coming in. So that is one of the use cases. Let's say I'm having certain document and I want to get the insights from that document. So that also I can very well do. For example, let's say I am having, let me download or let me get some document from here in my machine. Let's say here is one document, Python syntax and variable docs. Let me open something else. Okay. Let's say this is the document which consists of certain information about some time complexity. And I want to know more about this. I want a crisp understanding about what this document is talking about. So I can very well upload this document in OpenAI. And this option is available when you are going with a pro plan. This attachment option, you will not get it if you are going with the free option, free plan. So that is the benefit which I am getting, that I can attach the files as well. And I can ask what is there in the file. Let's say this was the file. So what is present in the file? Give the summary. So I gave the prompt and it will go through the document, and you can see that it is giving the entire summary of what is written in the document. So suppose you are having big file and you want to analyze that, then you can very well do that. Now question arises, is it safe to share the file? Again, as I mentioned, these are the files which is basically some of the raw files. So I can do that. But obviously when the document consists of some critical information, then it is not safe, right? We don't know how OpenAI will treat. So that's why it is not advisable. But suppose I have some document where I want to understand the code or something. So that is fine. I can very well share that. So for learning point of view or getting some, for example, let's say I'm having a statistic books and I want to get some summary from that stat books. So I can put that, attach that, and I can get the information. So for learning point of view, I don't want to read the entire document, but I want some critical information from the document. Then I can do that. So that type of things we can do. Again, it's not advisable to share the critical information. You cannot share you should not share your credit card details or whatever, right? We don't know how it's gonna work. One more interesting thing which I have is, for example, let's say I'm having certain data set. Let's say I'm opening up one data. Just give me a second. For example, let's say this is one of the files which I'm uploading. It's one of the images, right? I'll show you the image first. So basically, I wanted to show you that we can read the image also. We can understand what's there in the image. That is also very much possible. All these are happening in the pro version. But the basic thing, if you want to do, just write an email, just write a content, just write a document. All those things I can very well do using the normal free version as well. Anyways, let me run this. This is basically one of the data models. It's taking time to open. You can see that. This is the data model. Let me click on that. You can see. So it shows about the data, like the data structure of the tables, how the tables are connected, and at the same time, right? So you can see the customer table, sales table, territory table, products table, product category, subcategory table. So I can very well use this picture, and here you can see that ChatGPT is responding. The uploaded image contain data model schema consisting of following tables and all. Now let's say what I want is I want to go ahead and I want to write certain, I want to get some information from this data. And I want ChatGPT to answer that what type of information I can get from this data. So I can ask that from this data, what information we can get. Give 5 key information which we can fetch from this data. Right, so it is gonna give me the prompt that okay, I can get these type of information. What if I turn off the improve model for everyone option? Shouldn't it mean my data is safe as it won't be processed to improve models? That we can do, but again, are we sure that they are not going to use the data? There is no document about that what will happen if I turn off that option. You have to explore the documentation in the OpenAI website again. If they are mentioning strictly that yes, we are not going to use the data, then you can maybe think of it. But as of now, it's not advisable to go and give the sensitive information, right? Because we are not sure whether it's actually happening or not. Can we treat ChatGPT as expert in the document we shared? I'm not sure what you're asking, but the idea is that whatever I am sharing, it will help me to get the insights from that. Here you can see that I am getting some insights that from the provided data model, we can derive various insights: customer purchase behavior, product performance and profitability, sales trend by region, and so on and so forth. Now, suppose let's say this data model is already present in my SQL database and I already given the table structure. And let's say I'm not aware of how to write the SQL. So I can ask ChatGPT to write the SQL for me as well. Right. So if I copy this and I can say, I have this database in my SQL and I want this insight. That is this one. Give me the SQL query for the same. So here I've given the task, and here you can see that it is giving me the entire SQL query. And I can just copy paste and I can run that. Right. Obviously, maybe there can be a chance some modification may be required, but 99% chances are there that this query will work fine. That is what my experience is, what I can say. So you can see entire SQL query is coming in. So that is one of the use cases that you are giving certain data model, and then if you want to get some information, you can get the insights. And again, by sharing the data model, I think there should not be any problem. You can just make some changes on the table names. It should not show that it's a client information, right? Suppose let's say this is my data model, which is a client information. I can modify this picture a bit. Looks like a project, and I can just looks like a college project, and I can just ask for some of the information. Right. So I cannot explicitly say that, okay, this is the data model for maybe let's say one of the retail domains, and this is the company name, this is the data model. So that information I don't want to give, but rest I can give. Same, one of the interesting thing which we can do is I can go ahead and I can upload the files as well, and I can get the insights from the file. For example, here is the file which consists of all the customer information. I can give all the files as well, and I can, let's say I'm attaching all the files. Now this particular file consists of the entire data model's data. This data model's data is present in these files. Now I attached file, and now I'll ask, okay, give me the outcome of the customer purchase behavior on using these CSV files. So now under the hood, what it will do, it will read this entire file. Under the hood, it is running Python, and it is, you can see if I click on this drop down, you can see it is importing pandas and reading all the files. So under the hood, it is running Python, and it is going to generate the entire information for me, and it will throw the output. Right. So let's wait for it. Just to clarify, should we ask questions and expect responses only from the document, or expected to know about the topics in the document, answer beyond document? No, whatever document I am giving, it will give the response based on the document only, not based on the outside information, if you're asking that. So here you can see it seems that there's an encoding issue while reading. So while reading the file, there is some issue coming in because in the customer name, there are some special characters are there. And because of that, this is coming in. So it is rereading the file, and it will reanalyze the information. So here you can see that it seems that environment lost access, this, and now it is coming. So output is coming in. Customer purchase behavior insights. I have processed the data and displayed the customer purchase behavior insights for your review. It includes each customer's details such as the full name, gender, marital status, and so on. If you would like to additional insights, modification, do this. So here you can see if I download this information, I'll get some information about the customer purchase behavior. So I'm just opening the file. Now here you can see ChatGPT is smart enough. It is giving me some suggestions as well, that this type of information also you can get it from that particular data. Can you analyze sales by region? What are the top selling products? If I let's say click on this, what are the top selling products? So it will analyze that. Whatever output you are getting, you can check whether the output is correct or not, right? So someone asked about the hallucinations and all. So you can very well go and you can check it out, whether the outcome is correct or not. Here you can see it is responding. It's taking a bit of time. So here you can see top selling products, water bottle, that is this quantity, and total revenues. You can again download this file and you can get the output. Total revenue. I think it is finding the top selling products based on the total quantity. Suppose let's say I want to know what is the top selling products based on the profit, right? So I can ask for that also. So what is the top selling products based on the profit? And in this particular data set, profit column is not there. If I show you this data, this is my data model. So here you can see that profit column is not there, but product price minus product cost into order quantity will be a profit. So I will give that understanding as well to ChatGPT, where profit is product price minus product cost into order quantity. So I gave the formula as well so that the calculation will happen based on that. I'm taking some questions as well. If we open the same questions on two tabs and provide me different to answer, which one to believe? Again, if you're asking some general thing, Anisha, then it will give me the same response with certain different phrases. But if you're asking for, let's say, I want to write a poem on something. So in that case, the output will be different. It's just that when you are asking for certain general knowledge type of questions, then output will remain the same. It's just the phrases will be different. But if you're asking for some content creation, in that case, obviously, the answers will be different and you can choose which one you think is best. You can go for it. If you share any company press link, will it give me the summary about the news? Yes. So for example, let's say I'll get some website, let's say Times of India, and I'll choose certain news. Let's say this is the link. What's there in the news in this link? ChatGPT website not opening as per bank policy. How will be able to use it? As per the bank policy, you cannot use it, but you can use in your this thing, right? Personal machine. Obviously, bank will not allow because banks are dealing with the critical information. See, you have to use ChatGPT as of now as a assistant by not giving some, what do you say, critical information. In your company, if they are not allowing and you need some help, you can use your personal laptop or mobile phone. You can download the ChatGPT app as well and you can get the information. And don't provide your clients information. And if let's say in your company ChatGPT is allowed, don't provide the client information because that may impact your job as well. If someone get to know that you are doing this, right? So as of now, because we are not sure how it's gonna work, so it's advisable to not do that. So here you can see that entire summary is coming in about the website which has the news. Right, so that is one thing which we can do. Data analysis we can do. Suppose let's say I want to create certain information from, I want to create certain charts from this particular data. I can do that as well. Create a quick analysis on the sales by customer or sales by region, let's say, where sales is equal to product price multiplied by order quantity, and create the chart for the same. So here I am giving the information that I want a chart as well. So in that case, it is going to generate the chart. It is going to use Python under the hood, and it will generate the chart using Python. We'll get the recent info on ChatGPT. Yes. See, attachment of the files and all is not possible. But all the general information, content creation, suppose let's say you want to generate a code on Python related to, let's say, banking application. So you can give all those prompts and text will be coming in. It's just the attachment option will not be available, which you cannot leverage. But rest of the, as a day-to-day task, you can very well use the free version of ChatGPT, right? You can very well use the free version. That's absolutely all. We can ask ChatGPT as well, up till which date of the data you are trained. So here it will let us know that up till which date the machine is trained. So here you can see up till October 2023. So if you ask for who is the president of US after February, when Trump will be coming in, or January, I guess. And if this particular machine is trained till October 2023, then it will give you the answer as Joe Biden only. So you can ask that up till what time you have trained. So October 2023, up till that, the latest information they are aware of. All the GK type of information. So that is one option. Then another option is, for example, let's say I'm having Amazon website and I want to get the understanding about how the product is, what is the feedback, right? For example, let's say Amazon.com.in, whatever it is. Let's say I want to purchase this laptop. And there are certain feedbacks which I have. Let me get some negative feedbacks. Okay, I have to sign in. Okay, anyways. Let's create our own feedback. So for example, let's say we went to a restaurant and we did not like the food. The quality of the food was not good. So I want to write that feedback, or let's say my customer wrote that feedback. The customer gave the feedback that the food was not good, pizza was hard, and burger was stale. Overall, bad experience. Let's say I copied this feedback from the website. Now I want to ask, normally when the feedback coming in, it's like a big text. And I don't want to read that entire text. I just want a quick summary. So I will just paste that particular feedback on this particular platform and I will ask, what is this feedback? Give me the details in pointers. So I asked ChatGPT and it is going to give me the information. The feedback is negative customer feedback, highlighting dissatisfaction with the food quality. Here are some of the details. Here you can see again, I just gave one line of a feedback, but it is giving me a detailed summary that what is there and all those things, right? Actionable insights, area of concern, specific complaints, general sentiment. So I got this output. Now let's say based on that, I want to write an email to my customer. So I will say write, and before that, let's say I want to ask, I have given the entire big feedback. I just want a response in a single word. is the feedback positive or negative? Give me in one word. I can write that, it will give me the response in one word only. As of now, it amplified the entire output. But if I say, I want to know if this feedback is positive or negative, give me in one word. So here you can see that it is giving me the output in a single word. Now let's say I'm asking, write an email to my customer and give them 50% discount for the next purchase, something like that. Write an email to the customer. Name is Chandra. And apology for the same. And give next 50 as a coupon code for next visit. Sign the email as AI chat bot. So here you can see that it's writing the entire email. The coupon code is also we have given next 50. So that is coming in. And warm regards, AI chatbot. So that is how we can write the email as well based on the content which we have given. Right? So these are some of the general use cases which we can go with. Without providing the critical information, I can very well go and I can do that. There is one more question coming in. If I have a finance statement of a company and I don't have the finance knowledge, but I want to understand the performance of a company, can I upload the finance statement released by companies and expect ChatGPT to break it down and analyze the finance expert? We can create it directly. If suppose, let's say I have some balance sheet. Suppose, let's say this is the balance sheet of Apple Inc. Here it is. So let me copy this. Today is my PC is running very slow. Just give me a second. So here you can see this is my balance sheet. Give me the details about this balance sheet and whatever I want to know, right? What is your task is you can very well ask. So it will give me the entire details about what it is and what information we have. I can ask for a summary as well. Can you give me the summary of the balance sheet? Is the company doing good or shall I invest in the Apple share or not? So here you can see. As of now, it's giving in the bit of a tricky terms, like if we are not coming from the finance world, then in that case, it will be a bit tricky for us to understand. So we can ask that, give me the output in bit of a simpler language, something like that. Right. So here you can see some outcome and some recommendations coming in. From this picture, if I want to create a charts and all, we can do that. create a chart for the assets using this picture. So we create that if that much information is available. So here you can see the output is coming in. You can download this chart as well by clicking on this. It will download as an image and you can showcase that. So whatever information you are passing in the machine, it is going to give me the output. So this is like just the play around which you can do. You can go to this OpenAI website and go to the products and click on ChatGPT login and you can create your own account and you can play around with that. First, play around with the free version of ChatGPT. After that, if you think that I may need some uh, extra access, then you can purchase the rest advanced version as well. Now, the second thing which I want to discuss about is that from this first, then I will go to the APIs as well. The second thing is I can create the images as well. That is a big impact on the graphic designers, right? So all the content creators and graphic designers, they got good impact, obviously in the negative side on their jobs. And this is what I also ask my learners that if you are using this, you can start creating the blogs. Let's say I want to write a blog on SQL joins. Create a blog, publish that in the LinkedIn. Make your more presence in social media. Good content creation machine is with us now. You can create a lot of content. So let's say I want to create one picture. So create a picture where kids are playing cricket on the beach and it's the night time with full moon and mountains are also there. Kids are very happy. So this is the prompt which I have given, and based on that, it is going to generate a picture. If you did not like the picture, if you don't like the picture, you can go and you can ask for one more picture, create one more picture. So till the time you are not satisfied with your outcome which you are getting in, you can keep asking for creating the pictures. So here you can see one of the sample pictures coming in. Let's say I did not like it, I will ask for something else. And you can see it's a decent picture, right? So I can ask create one more. Copilot, Gemini, all these are the options which are also available. Copilot is from the Microsoft and Gemini is from the Google. ChatGPT is from the OpenAI, right? So all are same. It supports voice prompts as well. Yes. Here you can see the pictures coming in. You can click on this and you can ask what you want, right? So I want to create a picture of kids playing on the beach, football, and they are enjoying that. It's a night time. We can give that. I did not use this option, but there is a voice prompt available. You can use this. Hey, hi, how are you? You can just play around. I did not use that. I'm not sure about it, but that is available.
Hey, I'm doing great. Thanks for asking. How about you? What's on your mind today?
Yeah, so you can see it is responding, right? So can you create a picture on kids playing cricket on the beach in the full sunlight?
Of course. Let me know what kind of picture you'd like me to create, and I'll get started on it.
A picture where kids are playing cricket on the beach and it's a full sunlight and kids are enjoying. Are you getting this?
Here is the image of kids joyfully playing cricket on the beach under the bright sunlight. The scene captures their happiness and the lively beach atmosphere. Let me know if you'd like any modifications or another image. You can check out the images in our conversation history.
All right, thank you. So here, I guess you can see, right? The picture got created. So that is how you can give the voice prompts as well. Can we use ChatGPT content in the website SEO? We can do that, but you have to check whether that content. So there are certain websites which can help me to check whether the content is created from AI or not. So while you are doing the SEO, there you should be aware that the content should not be from AI. So there are some AI checks available, right? So AI checker, something like that. We have a lot of websites are there. So you can just go and check. You can put your content in that particular website, in this particular website, and check whether what is the outcome coming in. If let's say the content is created by AI, this particular website will tell that 90% are coming from machine, something like that, right? So you have to make it human. So minor modification you have to do so that it looks like content generated from human. So there are certain websites which can detect. So you can use that website and you can ask that whether it's looks like AI content or not. If not, then you can go and you can put that in the websites so that we can do. Okay, so we have last 10 minutes. Give me 1 minute. I'll just complete this part and then I'll take the questions. So next product which we have is API login. Now, what is an API? API is nothing but it's like the full form is obviously application programming interface. But the idea is that suppose I want to create my own website and I want a chatbot in that website. Rather than me creating the website, or rather than me creating the chatbot from myself, what I want is I want to go ahead and I want to leverage the power of OpenAI models, and I will put that particular thing in the website itself. So how will I leverage that power of OpenAI models? I can access using this API. API is basically helping me to integrate the application with OpenAI models. So here, if you go to the products and click on API login, you have to log in with your credentials. And once you log in with your credentials, it will ask you to generate the API. Let me do that. So it is going to give me the key, right? It is going to give me the key, and this key I can very well use. So if you go to here, you can see in the dashboard API keys. And here I can generate one new key. So I created this key. You will get one alphanumeric text. I'll have to copy this, close it. Let me paste it in the notepad. This is the key which I have to pass in my application. Suppose let's say I want to integrate the OpenAI with Google Sheets. I want to integrate OpenAI with Google Docs. I want to integrate OpenAI with Microsoft Excel. This key is important in that case. I want to integrate OpenAI with Python, right? Or to any other programming language. Then this key is important. So this key you have to pass. For example, I have created one application using Python. Here you can see one of the applications. As of now, some modification is required in this, but here I have to pass the key as well. Looks like my PC is gone. Yeah, there is no space, that's why. So I'll quickly open this. So here you can see I have to pass the key. Whatever key I got, I have to pass that key here. I can access that power of OpenAI. Basically, what is the idea? The idea is suppose let's say I have a website and I want to create a chatbot, and this chatbot should be driven through OpenAI. So this OpenAI API I need to integrate with my website. And then when user will pass on the prompts, it will hit the OpenAI API. The information which I have given to the API, based on that, it is going to respond. The application which I have created, which I wanted to show you, but it's not opening as of now. What I did was I had my local MySQL database. I had some sample data on some retail store. I created one front end using Python, using Streamlit. That is one of the packages in Python from which you can create the front end. I have connected this with my SQL, and here I have passed the OpenAI API as well. In the front end, there was a prompt where I can pass the prompt. What is the total sales in Australia? So I have given the English sentence. It will convert this English sentence to a SQL query. OpenAI will do that, hit the SQL query, and then give me the response back. Right? So that is the application which I have created. Now again, my SQL database which I have connected with OpenAI, it's my just raw data. It's not a client data. But when you are having client data, then it is not advisable, obviously. This is just one practice I was doing it. But for the client data, it is not. That's why you can see that many companies are now start creating their own this thing, right? LLMs. So rather than me using the OpenAI LLM, I will create my own LLM. I can use that. So that is the option which we have. That is the option which we can do. Same way I can integrate this API with any other application. Basically, the purpose of API is to connect the power of ChatGPT or OpenAI with some other application. That is the purpose. Now here the cost is involved. As of now, I created the key. I did not have to pay any cost. The cost will be purely based on the usage. Now, what are the usages? Usages are two. The cost will be involved. There are two usages. One is, see, when you are giving the prompt, OpenAI will have to understand that what you have given to the machine. So that is a cost. Then OpenAI will have to respond as well to the user. That is the cost as well. So input is also a cost. Output is also a cost. That is why you must have heard that you have to pass the correct prompt. There are a lot of job openings are available in the US, which is the prompt engineers. So why they are coming in? Why that job profile is coming in? Because we don't want to spend money on this part. So I want to come up with the prompts which are very much efficient. Suppose let's say I created my own website and I integrated the OpenAI module with that website. And now my customers are coming in and leveraging the power of OpenAI chatbot. But if they are not giving the correct prompt, in that case, that is a cost for me because that is my chatbot and the cost is involved on me. So what I will do is I will give them the prompt that, okay, you can choose these prompts. And based on these prompts, you go and you can get the output. So those prompts I need to finalize. And for that, the prompt engineers are coming into picture that, okay, this is what data set, this is what the questions they may ask, this is what the output will be coming in. So these are the prompts which looks good. So these are the final prompts which end user should ask. And we will make them selecting only those prompts rather than putting any other prompts, right? So that is one of the use cases which API can help me to do. And that is again one of the very powerful thing to have, right? So that is what I wanted to discuss. I can now open up the platform for you to ask questions. So if you are having knowledge of AI and all, then you can start building your own chatbots as well. It's just a concept of supervised machine learning and reinforcement learning. Based on that, you can start building your own chatbots as well. How to create a chatbot to respond only within the limits of data we give. We can, while we are defining chatbot, we can give the instruction that the output should not be more than 50 words. Then in that case, it will respond only on the 50 words. I have created certain chatbots using this, but as of now, I cannot able to show that because some modifications are required on that. But we can limit that. We can give the instruction that you can only give the output in this format. You can give the proper format as well, that the output should be in a tabular format or something like that, right? So it will give me the response on those lines. Okay, so any doubts, let me know. We'll have the discussion on that. Can you please explain to create free chat? You can go to the OpenAI website. I shared this link, right? You can go to this OpenAI website, go to the products and click on ChatGPT login, and then you can create the account from there. This is the link which you can use. You can analyze any stocks, Indian stocks, outside India stocks, you can do that. How to deploy the chatbot with different Kannali dialect? Again, you can ask chatbot that I want the responses in the this language or something like that. You can do. You have to give the prompt based on that. You can say that the input will be coming in the English language, but I want the output in the Spanish. So you can provide the entire prompt. That is known as what do you say? While I'm training the prompt, I will give that. I'll give that instruction. For example, let's say I'm having a website and I know that people will be coming from different countries, so they may give their prompt in their own language. So I'll train my chatbot like that, that people will be coming and giving the response, passing the prompt in a different languages, and I want to respond in that language only. So that type of uh, instruction I can give to the chatbot. I have a PDF document about the custom policy and troubleshoot guide. I want the ChatGPT to respond based on information in this PDF only. That is what I mentioned, right? It will give you the response based on the PDF only. Whatever document you are giving, it will respond based on that only. Could you please give small introduction about me? I'm Rahul Tiwari. I'm having around 17 plus years of experience. I work with various companies. Started my career with Accenture, 3 years in Accenture, then 2 years in Capgemini, 1 year in Tech Mahindra, 5 years in Deloitte. For last 6 years, I have my own startup. Where can I find resources to learn to build such chatbots? See, again, as of now, you have to explore the things because it's new and there is no proper documentation for it. So you can look for certain courses, or if you want, you can go and check on the OpenAI website, because OpenAI also creating some of the custom chatbots. So you can just explore that. For AI and prompt learning in detail, what all courses to be done? For AI, there are a lot of courses are available. So you should be aware of ANN, CNN, RNN, all your what do you say, all the latest generative models, right? You should be aware of. Prompt is again it's a separate topic altogether. It purely depends, like what is your end goal is, whether you want to build a chatbot or whether you want to be a prompt engineer, because both are separate field. Prompt engineer may not require much technical knowledge, maybe require more of a functional knowledge, but AI developers will need more of a technical knowledge. So that depends what you are looking for. Do you have any certain course on generative AI? You can check with the support team. I am not aware of that. You can go and you can have a discussion with the same and you can get the details. All right, so have a nice day. We'll see you in the next session. Till then, take care, guys. ChatGPT AI course for non-technical person. See, again, you can just play around. As such, I don't think you need a proper ChatGPT course. You can start creating your account in OpenAI, play around with that. You will get the idea. I don't think you need a course for it, right? That's why this session we have introduced so that learners will get the idea that what all things we can do and then they can start exploring it. And based on that, you can decide uh, what type of access you want. All right, so have a nice day. We'll see you in the next session. Till then, take care, guys.